So we've got the Sydney racing preview. Thanks to Top Sport. I'm joined by Mark Rhoden as usual. How are you, Mark?
Yeah, pretty good, Mark. Been a strange week, and I suppose it's only going to get stranger. But we're battling on for the time being. Racing's doing a great job, keeping the show going for now. And yeah, we've got good racing on tomorrow.
Yeah, so actually didn't. In terms of what you do, didn't miss too much racing. Obviously, a bit of the card on Wednesday, but wasn't a whole lot else.
And yeah, lost Hawkesbury yesterday as well.
Yeah.
And I had two betting races at Warwick Farm on Wednesday, and they were two of the three that were called up, unfortunately. So we actually haven't had a bet this week. Gave Narromine a miss. So like the rest of the world seemed to be all became Narromine experts yesterday. But, I'll let it go. But we've got good card at Rosehill, and it's provincial championship qualifier at 1 as well. So there'll be plenty of action.
Good stuff. All right. Well, we might have a look at Rosehill. It's Tancred Stakes Day tomorrow with a couple of Group 1s, the Tancred, of course, and the Vinery stud as well.
Yep.
We're going to kick off in race 5 at the Star Kingdom, which we'll have a look at. Vinery favourite for Top Sport at $3.70 from Emancipation at $6.50, which it sounds like James Cummings is all but declared. And Handle the Truth at $7.
Yep. First thing I'll say about this meeting, rail out 6. Wet or dry, that means up the inside these days at Rosehill, so be aware of that. So the way I've approached the meeting has been hard on wide draws or things that map to get a wide trip, and pushing those rails and runs or on pace horses up. So with that in mind, I've got Vinery on top, who's drawn 12, but I'm sure will be stamped urgent from out there and try and cross and lead. Should get across too. Just a price issue there for that, because she does step up to 1,200 older horses and all that sort of thing, and she's up to 1,200 metres as well. So they haven't missed her at 370, in my opinion. I am interested in Emancipation. He's one of those. I mean, he became a real pest before he was retired to stud, and now he's been gelded and back on the racetrack. He's trialling sensationally. He always used to do that in his previous career too. But I think the difference this time is in previous preparations, he's turned up first up and been about 220 to 240 and that sort of thing, and been beaten and been the subject of a lot of criticism. But this time, if you're getting 650, barrier 1 as well, which is going to be a plus, I think you could nearly roll the dice on him. I'll probably, if he's around, if he's still that price tomorrow, I'll probably back him and expose myself to ridicule, I suppose. Vega Day's interesting run, probably back to a better trip. Don't think it can lead though. It does have Mark Hondo, a little bit of overs possibly. Didn't like Handle the Truth, who's third favourite. National Wheeler to Robbie Dolan. No knock on Robbie Dolan, but that's a negative, and it's drawn 8, so won't be getting near the fence or leading. I'm against it. The flukiest chance at bigger odds, I think, is Tactical Advantage. It was just too wet for him first up. His best is very, very good. There should be enough speed on for him. And drawn 2 for Nash. I assume he goes back or off midfield straight to the fence. Need a bit of luck, but he should be in the right spot with a good jockey and enough speed on. And as I say, at his best, he's certainly good enough to win. And $19, won't be letting him go around at those odds. But a bit speculative, but over the odds in my opinion. So yeah, that's about that. Vinery on top. No value at the moment. We'll keep an eye on it. Emancipation and Tactical Advantage might be the plays.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Tactical Advantage, $19 with Top Sport at the moment, and Vega Days as well, $9.50. So perhaps a little bit of value around.
Yeah, they're all a little bit of value. So what am I against? I'm against. I don't think. Well, Brave Song, I've got much bigger than $10. It's going to be back wide. If the track plays like I think it will, it's probably got no chance. What else is in the market? Manicure, prefer it in his race, to be honest. God of Thunder Map's awful as well. It's taking up percentage. Diplomatico gets back, it's taking up percentage, and Handle the Truth, and that's bad. So yeah, I'm looking for those ones that are on pace or rails in run and are a bit of odds.
Good stuff. All right. Well, race 6 is the main race, the Group 1 Tancred over the 2400. Very Elegant's the favourite, and they've backed it. 240 into $2 with Top Sport from Avilius at 550, Mugatu at 750, and Mustajir at $8. Where have you got Very Elegant?
Yeah, I've got it about 220, which is, I don't really like betting that short anyway. I don't make any money under 250. I'll probably back her at 250. She's set up perfectly here, probably outside leader. Angel of Truth leads, I expect, and Very Elegant outside it. She's settling better than she was as a 3-year-old. 2400. It won't be a high pressure 2400, so I can't see that being a problem. And she comes off 2 great runs behind 2 real solid weight for age stars in Tiakau Shark and Adayat. So just picks herself as favourite. The one negative on her, I think, is that she's rated to her best 2 runs in a row, and asking them to do 3 in a row at such a high level can be a problem, especially at this end of the market, which is another reason I don't really want to hold in at that shorter price. Avilius, yeah, I'm quite similar to the market here, to be honest. Avilius is second pick. Any more rain would be a plus for him. I think he really does need soft these days. Probably soft enough for him anyway at the 6. Given no chance last start, he fell out of the gates in front last time and then was snagged back in one of the slowest run races you'll ever see. On a day that was favouring on paces too, so he just had no hope. So maybe they had their eye on this race all along and he'd be ridden more positively. He's a chance if he is, despite being a complete pest in my opinion. Mustajir is next best, looking for 2400 now. Just failed on that extremely wet track last time, but very good 2400 metre horse, beaten less than 2 lengths in the Caulfield Cup. Magatu's still spiralling upwards. We're obviously glad it got beaten by a young rascal last week, but I think it'll be better for that run at 2400. He has a chance. And the only other 2 I could really consider are Cariff and Mirage Dancer, who are both looking for 2400. But I can't really find a hole in the market. It doesn't really look like a betting race to me at this stage. Good race, but no bet at this stage.
Yeah, so Cariff $26 with Top Sport, and Mirage Dancer 15 at the moment. Has drifted a bit, so would need to drift a bit more.
It's looking like no bet for me, but yeah.
No worries. All right. So race 7's the other Group 1, the Vinery Stud Stakes over the 2000. Funstar and Probabile renew acquaintances. $1.80 Funstar with Top Sport at the moment from Probabile at $3.80. How have you got the 2 of them matched?
Yeah, I've got them in that order. I might back Probabile, I think, at the prices. When they met at their first meeting this time in, Probabile and Funstar were back together over 1400 metres, and Probabile just beat Funstar there. Then they stepped up to the mile 1500, sorry, in the Farlap Stakes. Funstar was leading in a very slow pace, and Probabile was out the back and had, really had no hope that day, but still got quite close, a length and a half, 1.3 lengths at the finish. I think from barrier 6, they can ride Probabile more positively. And while Funstar obviously has to be favourite, I think, I don't disagree with that. I have them closer together than the current market, so I wouldn't have a big bet on Probabile, but I'd have something like, a value bet on Probabile. Away from them, there's nothing. Missile, Mantra, and Subpoena are probably the 2 I'd follow out of the Kembla Grange race. Literally nothing else, especially with the map. Well, put it this way: the fifth pick in my market is over 100 to 1. So I've just got all the percentage in the 2 gun fillies, and really at stepweights they just have lengths and lengths and lengths on this spot. I suppose there's a couple in here that the trainers would be thinking, well, we've been waiting to get this filly out to 2000, but that's probably just because the filly's slow and doesn't have the class of these others. So really absolute 2-horse race for my money, and probably leaning to Probabile only because of the price. Unfortunately, Opie Boston got suspended last week too, because I'd rather he was on it too. He has a great association with the horse, so Unfortunately, that's not the case. I think we'll get better than 380 on the day. Fun Star's a sort of foolproof horse. The syndicates like the back, and you can't blame them. So I think the market will tend towards Fun Star, and probably will be quite backable. So we'll probably end up having something like that.
Good stuff. And yeah, as you say, waiting on the price because might get a bit better.
Yeah, I think so.
No worries. Okay, race 8's the Emancipation over the 1500. Sweet deal. Favourite out in its own at the moment. $3.50 with Top Sport from Amangiri at $6.50 and Pahudakawa at $7.50. Your thoughts?
I think with the way I expect the track to play, I've got Sweet Deal in front. Barrier 2, she'll certainly find the fence, probably find the lead. It depends on how aggressive they want to be with Positive Peace and or Amangiri. But either way, if they want to go completely berserk, some of those others from Barrier 2 can take the box seat, which will be fine. So I think she's got to be top pick. And yeah, she was pretty short yesterday, and she's starting to get out to. I see Top Sport went up 320 on Wednesday, and it's out to 350 now.
Yep.
And there might be a bit more room to move. So I think she's going to get backable. She was beaten as a short favourite last time at Randwick when it was a really fast pace. And what took her on that day? I can't remember. No, anyway, she got attacked from the word go in front and was a sitting shot for Dawn late. She missed the Coolmore in the heavy 10 since then. Most of the others come through the Coolmore. So she might have a bit more freshness in her legs. 1500, no problem. And with the expected track pattern, I've got a clear top pick. And with the little ease in her price, she's going to be a bet, I would say. Amangiri, definite chance, trialling really well and races on the pace. So they're all ticks. My concern with her is that she has taken a run to the peak in both her preparations so far. So I expect her to go better second up again. Positive Peace has just had an incredible preparation. Just keeps winning and winning and winning. I haven't been on her at any run. That might be a bit difficult to come into her now, but she'll be on speed and isn't a bad price at around $9.50, $10. So yeah, I've got her next best. Then out to the likes of Invincible, Gem, Dawn, Noir, drawn to get a good run at last. Of those in the market, I think Pahudakawa maps terribly, so I'm not interested in it. And yeah, then we're getting out to $19, $20. Girl Tuesday's in the market, and I think she's got the same problem. She's going to get back. So Sweet Deal, Amangiri, Positive Peace, my top 3, and Sweet Deal looks like a bet.
No worries, yeah. So Positive Peace, $9.50 at the moment with Top Sport as well. And race 9 is the Doncaster Prelude over the 1500. Star of the Seas for Nash and Waller, favourite at $4.20 with Top Sport from Cascadian at 6. I'm Superman at $8.50 and Desert Lord at 9. You got Star of the Seas on top?
I do, but a fair bit longer than the market price. Very well back first up. Got the soft track at Lights, and also got the benefit of a very fast pace set by Zoo Style, and was able to get over them. Obviously, a winner in up to 1500 on its own is no problem. It's just going to be a really different setup here. It's not really a leader. It's more likes to settle midfield, and it's drawn middle in 8. So I don't know if it gets the right run here. So I don't want to take. I don't want to be on it as favourite, even though I have a top pick. I've got a few of them close together. I think Dealmaker did enough first up, and he's drawn 4. If he can find the fence, he can win, and at the price he is, around $11, is worth a small gamble. And Tom Marquand hopping on Mask of Time caught my attention as well. He found the line quite nicely at Flemington first up. And he ran to be a plus. He raced quite well this time last year in Sydney on wet tracks. don't know if he probably isn't drawn to find the fence, but if they ride him, I mean, he has led previously in slow paces, admittedly, but if they can put him up in like the second pair, even one off, that might be okay by race 9. And again, at double figure odds, you don't have that much on to make him worth taking the risk. Desert Lord is my next best. I assume they'll try and lead on him, which gives him his chance. Just not sure how well he's going. And Something Fast, who was unsuited on the very wet track last time, has some chance on its best form. But yeah, start of the season on top, but no value. Leaning towards Dealmaker and Master of Time as a bit of value in the last.
No worries. So sounds like should be a little bit of betting action tomorrow, which is good.
Yeah, I haven't looked at Wyong yet either, so there might be some bets there. Some interesting racing in the first half of the card too. So yeah, not many of my top picks like being bets at this stage, but there'll be some smaller value bets, and as we saw last week, they can pay big dividends too. So I hope we can find another one of those.
For sure. All right, good stuff. Thanks for that, Mark. I know you're dealing with Telstra and having a bit of fun on the technical front, but thanks for jumping on and getting through it.
No problem. Yep.
And
Less about them, the better.
no worries. And we'll catch up with you next week and have a look over how the meeting went.
Sure. No problem.